Welcome to the Blended Mamas podcast, where we talk about co-parenting, the good, the bad.
The funny and the sad.
I'm Maria, I'm the stepmom.
And I'm Sam, I'm the mom.
It's been a while.
It's been a very long fucking while.
Like,
well,
months.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's been months. I don't think we've posted since maybe May. An episode since May.
Damn,
Yeah.
So what, May, June, July?
Yeah, well, June was busy.
June was really busy.
And then we had Bo's birthday.
So was July. July was very crazy.
And then I was just so sick in July, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, recap on life. I know a lot of you know that I was pregnant and then had a miscarriage. So, we found out we were pregnant like a week before Bo's birthday. So, like June, I think it was June 18th was when we found out that we were pregnant. And, yeah, we told Sam, super exciting.
I was really excited.
Yeah, and then Carlos and I went to our first, it was like the 8-week dating ultrasound, and it was twins. They looked like they were identical twins.
What's funny is that I called it, remember when we were texting, you're like, bitch, I think there's like, she's saying that there might have been two, or something that.
So
when I saw that, you're going to
So what I did first was, at 6 weeks, you can do this blood test from this company called Sneak Peek. And they basically can send you an at-home blood test kit that you just like do a little prick thing on your arm. And then they overnight the results. And if there's a Y chromosome in your blood, then you're pregnant with a boy. Because normally as a woman, you should only have 2 X's, right? And so I've done it every pregnancy. My sister's done it every pregnancy, and it's always been right for us. And so we did it at 6 weeks in like 2 days, but we have this local like boutique ultrasound place where you pay the same price as it would be online, but the ultrasound tech does it for you. And then you get a free like 5 to 10 minute ultrasound. So I was like, might as well do that. And then I can get an ultrasound and see them. So she did the blood test, and then we did the ultrasound, and she had told me there at the private boutique ultrasound place, like, it looks like there's 2, but I can't 100% tell because it's so early. And I was like, no. And I remember like telling a few people, Sam being one of them, and being like, bitch. And Carlos and I were like, she's tripping, there's no way. Like,
I was like, there's 2. There's 2.
I was fully like I had a day of like, oh my God. And then I was like, nope, there's no way, like, it's just gonna be one, and I'm not gonna focus on this. It's okay, whatever. And the reason it always comes up is because my dad is a twin and my mom is a twin. And so it's like heavy on the genetics, but they're fraternal twins. And so that is what passes down, like, that's what can be passed down genetically. So like if your mom is a fraternal twin or there's fraternal twins in her line, then you could have this gene that causes hyperovulation where you release more than 1 egg during your ovulation. And so if you have 2 eggs that go down, both could get fertilized, and now you have fraternal twins. So that's how that works. Okay, so that's kind of like why it's always come up, is because they run in my family. So then we went to we got our results back, and it said boy, and we were like, oh shit, boy, oh my God. And then
I loved it.
I know, we were like, well, at least we don't have to buy new shit, you know?
Yeah.
So then at 8 weeks, we went to the dating ultrasound, which I was pretty sure on the date. I track my cycles like really closely. And they were right on track of my date, which was like 7 weeks and 4 days. And it was clearly twins. And they were in the same like amniotic sac. So they were identical twin boys. And then we booked, like, they didn't book out my next ultrasound for a whole month. And like it just like kept sitting on my heart, like, I need to see them again. And so, and like with Marceliano, I didn't do this, like I didn't go at all to the boutique place, you know. It was very much like I just felt okay, you know, like I didn't need the extra ultrasounds. So I booked a Saturday ultrasound appointment at the boutique place, and I invited everybody because they have like a big room and a big screen for the ultrasound to show on. And so the whole family was there. Carlos, the boys, Sam.
I was there. Jaden was there.
And she was checking them out, and she was super excited because it was twins. She was right because it was the same lady.
It was the same lady, right?
Yeah, who did my 6 week gender one. And she was looking at them, and like it was so chaotic because Bo was going nuts, the baby was going nuts, And she was just kind of talking to me directly. And she told me, like, I don't see any heartbeats. You need to go to your doctor. And at this point, I was almost 10 weeks. So there definitely should have been, like, some kind of activity. And I had already seen the heart activity on both the other ultrasounds. So we were like, okay, we wrapped up. She didn't charge me. And it was only a 2D ultrasound. And she did a 3D and a 4D picture of the boys for me and for us. And I'm, like, so thankful for her for that, because, like, she did that for free.
Yeah.
And it's the best picture I have of them, because I didn't see them from then on. And so after that, we go out to the car, and it was just, like, chaotic. Bo was having a tantrum. And so we just say bye. We have, like, Carlos's work picnic that day. And so I was, like, asking you, like, oh, are you guys gonna go or whatever? Like, just, like I was trying to calm myself down, because I was like, it was non-diagnostic. This is a random boutique place. And then we get in the car and we drive away. And Carlos was, like, so irritated because Bo was acting nuts. And, like, I felt like he was going to be mad at me because of it, because he was so irritated. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, did you hear what she said? And he's like, that one, because one was measuring smaller. And he was like, that one was smaller. And I was like, no, that they didn't have heartbeats. And then he, like, because he didn't hear it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh. And then I, like, was sitting there in the drive, and then all of a sudden, like, a minute later, it, like, hit me, like I would have seen it. They should have,
Yeah.
And I just started, like, crying. And so we get home, and I took a shower because I'd gone to the gym that morning. So I took a shower and, like, had a minute, had my moment in the shower. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to the ER, or I'm gonna go to urgent care. And so my sister came and got me. We went to urgent care, and they were like, we don't really have, like, an OB on staff to look at the ultrasound, so we can do it, but, like, no one's going to be able to read your results till Monday. And this was Saturday. So you should go to the ER. And I was like, okay. So then we go to the ER, and they're kind of like, well, you're not bleeding. Like, this isn't really an emergency, And I was like, can you just check me? So
the fact that they said that, though, I'm like, I get it. Like,
oh, yeah, it's crazy. And
I totally get that. But at the same time, like,
it's crazy because, like, one of my cousins is one of the PAs there at our ER. And, like, after they realized that, I felt like they treated me a little differently, but they didn't realize that till we'd been there for, like, 3 hours.
Yeah.
We were there for, like, 5 hours total. So they did blood work, and then the ultrasound, which was, same. They basically read that, like, my uterus was at 11 weeks and I was only 10 weeks. So, like, my body was doing its thing. My body was growing. It was holding on. I had no symptoms of a miscarriage, like no blood, no cramping, nothing. And the boys were, we named them Luca, Alejandro, and Andres Miguel. And Andres was our smaller guy. He measured 8 weeks and 4 days. And then Luca measured 9 weeks and 3 days. So I think that, Andres, his heart stopped working, and Luca wasn't going to do life without him. So yeah, that was all Saturday. And then I remember, like, still feeling like Carlos was going to be so mad at me. I don't know why. Like, that was my feeling, like, he's going to be mad at me because he was just so irritated because of the ultrasound earlier, Bo going nuts and stuff. And I got home from the ER and he hugged me, and I just remember pulling away, and he was, like, totally crying in a mess. And then I was, like, a mess, And so we couldn't do anything really till Monday. So Sunday morning, Sam came over. I mean, I kind of don't really remember all of that.
It was the day that we went to go see the boys. Like, she had asked me that Friday, and I was like, oh, because she's like family, and I was like, oh my god, okay, thank you.
You were like, wait, really?
I was like, wait, really? Like, I was like, oh, okay, like,
I know.
I
was so excited,
and I was really excited.
Because we wanted to get content. I mean, obviously, that's something
I wanted to.
Share.
I always like, certain things.
I know,
I'm like, I got a video for it. For it,
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna also film it too, just in case she wants to, like, do like a little slide,
Yeah, a little reel. Yeah.
And because, like, normally we always have, like, little videos of the kids too, and I have, like, videos of, like, me and Bo, me and Mark, and then, like, you guys see on my personal one of me and Jaden, like, where we're just, like, always fun. So I like doing little things like that because, like, it's fun to look back up on.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, like I want, to me, the reason why I also filmed it was because like I want the boys to know like I was here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like look at like Noni's been here
Yeah.
since the beginning,
Yeah.
And it didn't click in my head that I literally, okay, this is how stupid I am sometimes. I thought she had it like on mute.
The ultrasound.
The heartbeat, I was like,
Right.
oh, okay, they're gonna wait until she gets like a good one. And then she's like, when I saw her get up and we were leaving, I was like, oh, okay, like,
Yeah.
okay, like maybe it was like it's gonna be like on a, I don't know, like another video. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
so dumb. I haven't done an ultrasound in years.
It was like she kind of, once the tech realized, she kind of like ended it quick.
Yeah, I mean, we were only there for maybe like 10
And usually,
minutes.
like when I went at 6 weeks, it was like, a little longer, and then we checked out and paid, and she said to me all, but this was like, she realized.
Yeah, she realized, and then when we were leaving, the boys were kind of like
they were going nuts.
They were kind of going
literally
nuts.
Jumping off of her furniture.
Bo was like literally jumping. I got him to kind of sit down for like a good minute.
She saw him do it, and then she laughed.
She's like, "It's okay."
She laughed at it because she had told me before, like she has like 6 kids, so I was like, okay,
yeah, so she knows, yeah. And then, but something rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, something's up.
Yeah,
something's up, because her face, and then I knew Carlos was just irritated. So like I already know like his facial expressions when it's like certain things, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna even ask him. And as soon as we all pretty much like got home, because I saw them get off the exit of like, because their exit's before mine, I was like, okay. So as soon as me and Jaden get home, I text her, I was like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And that's when she had told me, and I was like, motherfucker.
I was like, no.
And I had even asked her, I was like, are you going alone, like to the doctors and all that stuff? Because I was like, I don't want her to go alone, And me and Jaden had plans that day, but I was like, something's off.
I'm so glad my sister, because I had my sister take me.
Yeah.
Because she, like, her and I are just really goofy and stupid together. But it's just us. Because, like, normally it's just, we have our kids. And so we're in, like, mom mode. But when it's just us together, it's like...
It's different. You can be funny. A dumbass.
Like, exactly. Like,
fine.
Her and I are really close. And so, I was really glad I had her because she kept it very light. My sister was there to talk to me about everything and anything else until we knew for sure, because we didn't know for sure, and I just didn't want to have a mental breakdown at the ER.
Yeah. And
so, and then like when I did finally start crying while the PA's there, and he was very black and white, like he just wasn't sympathetic at all. Not like he was saying anything mean, but he just had there was no emotion.
I don't know, but when it comes to you men, if you guys are listening to this shit and you guys are in like the fucking medical field, have a little heart. Yeah. Okay? Because what if that was like your girlfriend or like your fucking wife or, your surrogate or anything like that? Be fucking nice.
Like there was only one moment where I was like thank you to him, and it was because I was trying to ask him questions, and I start crying. So then my sister knew we had already talked, and she knew what questions I wanted answered. So she's very assertive and started asking him. And then like some tech comes in to do blood work, and someone else comes in for ultrasound, and he was like, "Get out and close the door," and like yelled at them because I'm like losing it, and they're like, "Oh," and they all like hush out, and then he finishes and like answers the questions as I'm like losing it,
See, I would have been a bitch, so it was a good thing I probably didn't.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "What the fuck is your problem?" Like, no, because I did that to my doctor when one of the times I had to go to the hospital. You would have, and he was like, on a scale from 1 to 10, what's your pain? I was like a fucking 10. Couldn't breathe. I was literally throwing up green, gray, and fucking blue.
Yeah. And
he was like, well, a 10 being you got hit by a car. I'm like, well, it feels like I got hit by a fucking car. And he just looked at me, and I was like, boy, you have a penis. Shut the fuck up right now.
I had text Carlos like that it was taking a long time, and I was like, they just kind of mentioned like, because I'm not like bleeding, it's not an emergency. And again, at this point, I still thought he was really irritated. Like I thought he was going to be mad at me. I don't know why that.
It's just a natural like.
And his response was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like I will go down there right now." And he was so mad. He was like, "They don't want to do their fucking jobs. Is all it is. Like this, they don't have heartbeats, and that's not a fucking like." He was so mad, And I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind," But yeah, so my sister took me, and then. Yeah, so Sunday, the next day was hard. I was like, when you wake up like I don't like, you go through a breakup or
It's like a fog.
someone dies, or like
It's like a
I mean,
fog.
I've had some pretty fucking traumatic things happen, like my mom dying. Like this is kind of what I would equate that to. Like I just like after some bad thing happens, you go to sleep and then you wake up the next morning and you kind of have to like your brain remembers like, oh, this is my reality right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like real life, this happened.
Yeah.
And so I woke up the next morning like so upset, and I came downstairs and Carlos was like, "Hey, Sam's coming over. She's gonna get McDonald's. What do you want?" And I was like, "I can't. I don't know." Like I just broke down. Like that's all it took for me, and I was a complete mess. And he was like, "Okay." He walked away. And so Sam came over with just a big ass bag of everything.
I literally like okay. So for like I since I've had my tube side and I've even talked to Maria about this, I don't know how to respond to things like this because
Right.
I've only have friends I've dealt with this.
Right.
Me, I've kind of dealt with it, but I already knew it was gonna happen because I have my tube side. Like I show symptoms of it just not latching. Like it's hard to explain, but to me, I'm like,
chemicals,
yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah.
So that I'm like, all right, I've been prepared since then. And the day that because me and her were texting the whole time, and I was literally, I should play poker, bitch, because no one fucking saw. Like I was like, oh my god, okay. And I had Jaden with me, and I was like, okay, it's school shopping. I need to focus on her for right now, but I'll keep texting Maria too, because if my friends go through anything like this, like I want to be there. I want to support them. I want to just show, like, if you need to cry, I will cry right there with you.
Yeah.
And so when she had told me that it was a miscarriage, I was like, fuck, okay. And I like, Jaden was in a happy mood and everything like that. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait. I did tell Carlos' sister because she was with me. And I just showed her the text and I was like, don't say anything. And she's like, oh my God. Like me and her both were like, okay, fuck.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going. And, and then after, because we took Jaden for a big old thing. And on our way home, and I was like, hey, I have to tell you something.
Right, because you don't want to ruin her school shopping.
I did not want, I wanted her to kind of just focus,
Today is all about you.
Yeah, I was like, I need
By the way,
but sorry I have to like shit on your day right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is what's happening. Because, because she'll ask me, like, if she knows I'm texting her dad or Maria, she's like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? What, because she always thinks it's about her, which, half the time it is.
You're like, why are you so guilty?
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, well, what do you need to tell me? And so I was like, do you understand what a miscarriage is? She's like, yeah. And she mentioned someone in your family. And I'm not going to put it out there.
Yeah.
But she did mention someone in your family. I was like, well, this is what happened. And I told her, and she just she's very similar to Carlos, where it's like, as soon as their facial expression changes, you're like, fuck, okay, shit, okay, all right, I gotta do this delicately. And we talked a little bit, and Stephanie was even trying to like help me explain it. And
I'm really glad because like I don't think Carlos or I had the emotional bandwidth to explain it. And Jaden,
I wouldn't want you guys.
Jaden is just very logical, and like she has questions.
Why?
That can
why?
Yeah, exactly. That can seem like
why?
It's hard to answer those kinds of questions when you're in the middle of it,
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad. Like, and we didn't even have to ask you to explain that, but like I knew you would, and I was really, whenever you told me like, I told Jaden, I was like so relieved.
Yeah, because I think for me, I could do it in a calmer way, in a way where she can kind of grasp it, because most of you guys don't know, but Jaden has a learning disability. We've never really put that, I don't really put it out there as much. I don't like talking about it because a lot of people are ugly and they like to put their input. And for me, it's like, fuck off, because I've been doing really good. Like, I'm doing great. Like, she was a fucking honor roll student all last year. Trust me, we're fine.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bash anybody out there or anything like that, but I feel like, I just know how to explain a lot of things. And then, when I told her about it, I was like, okay. And then, like, the next day, that Sunday, I was like, hey, I woke her up at like fucking 7:30ish, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go, run some errands real quick. Do you want to come with me to go get your dad and Maria some stuff? She's like, no. Like, you could tell, like, she was just kind of out of it too.
Yeah.
Like, she was more sad for her dad and Maria.
Yeah.
She was like, I feel bad. Like,
Yeah.
are they okay? And I was like, I'm gonna go check. Don't worry. I was like, I'll get you some food though. So when I was on my way back from running errands, I was like, you know what? And this was before I even told Carlos or Maria, and I didn't even hit her up at all. I was like, I'm gonna leave her.
I was not.
Because I know she's really going through it.
I was not available.
So I texted Carlos and I was like, hey, are you guys hungry? I'm gonna go get some food, or do you want anything? And he's like, what are you gonna get? I was like, McDonald's. He's like, okay. I was like, well, what do you guys like? Just tell me what you like. Don't tell me what you want. Just tell me what you like. I went.
She got it all.
I got like 6 different sandwiches, like fucking 7, 8 hash browns, and I was like, all right, we're good.
It was so good. She came and then she was feeding the boys. Yeah. She was playing with them because I was just like a sad loaf on the couch,
Like, as soon as I walked in though, Carlos I see first, and I was like, hey. And like I said, I already know this man. I've known for a lot longer than 8 years that we were together. I've known him a lot longer than that, but I know his way. And I know when to insert myself, and I also know when to not insert myself. And I saw him, and I just saw how he was, and I was like, okay, I know he's going through it. And I was like,
he's got that bubble.
I was like, he's good. He's good right now. I'm gonna wait.
This bubble is keeping him together. So as soon as
I literally had the food, I saw the boys, and I looked at Marie, and I just remember her face just broke.
Yeah.
And we're not really the type of people that are affectionate, okay? To each other. I'm very affectionate, period.
Yeah.
I'll be affectionate to whoever. I don't give a fuck. But as soon as I saw her, I remember just putting the food down, and I just like grabbed her, and I was just holding her, and for her to hug me back, I was like, you're okay. It's not your fault. Like, that was my main thing, is to let her and Carlos know, like, it is not your guys' fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens, especially with twins. Mm-hmm. My mom had my 2 older sisters who are twins, and she had even, like, when I told her, she was like, tell him, give him my love, give him my condolences, like, I'm so sorry. My family was very much like that too. And I just remember I was holding her, and I was like, I want you to eat. I fucking started feeding the boys just like with my food. I was like, leave your mom alone. Let's just hang out for a little bit. And then Carlos too, I was like, hey, like, I want you to eat. Make sure you eat something. He's like, I'm taking bites. And I was like, okay, as long as you're eating something, and I was here for a while. And then even Jaden's first day of school, I didn't even like text them anything. Just showed them pictures of her outfit. I was like, I'll come over right after.
Yeah, she brought donuts. I brought donuts to her. So Sunday was just like that, I don't even know. It was just sad all day. And then Monday, Carlos was off of work Monday and Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And so Monday I called my OB office, and they got me in right away. So it was like kind of sad, because it was like we had a morning together, and we like went and got coffee and bagels, and we're like, okay, like, this would be nice if it wasn't for
that.
This, know. And then we went, and it was like reality hit again. And basically they just confirmed it. Because I think there was this part of like Carlos and I that were like, maybe they were wrong, and they weren't. So the OB confirmed it, and then she let me know my options. She's like, we can let it happen naturally, which could take up to 8 weeks. And I didn't want to do that because my body was not showing any signs at all of miscarrying, at all. So I didn't want to like prolong the process. She's like, I could give you medication that will basically like force contractions. She's like, but because it's twins, like, it may not get all of it, so we might have to come in, scan you again, and then give you another dose, or you can do a DNC surgery. And she's like, and that's what I would recommend, because then it's just done. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then the surgeon was there in the office, so she came by and introduced herself, and scheduled me for the next day. So Tuesday we went into the hospital, and it was super quick. Like, they just put me out, and I woke up, and it was done. So the recovery, I was really sore the first couple days. And then like 3 days later, your hormones drop, and your body realizes. And it was like I was in labor again. Like it was like labor contractions. And I was laying in bed like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, all they gave me was ibuprofen. They're like, take 4 ibuprofen. Like, like, you guys, this is way worse. Like, it's different when you know your contractions are leading to a baby
Mm-hmm.
than like it was so. It was
What is that? What is that? Braxton Hicks.
yeah,
It's
Braxton
Braxton
Hicks.
Hicks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was like these were bad, and then like I passed huge clots afterward. Like it was
Yeah.
and yeah, it was like, you're kind of like, okay, I'm feeling better, and then like all of a sudden your hormones drop, you get these contractions, and it like just kind of reminded me all over again of like the whole process, what
Yeah.
my body was doing and why, and
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of like mentally really fucked with me. Like I thought that the next time I would be feeling this way was when I was having my babies,
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I had a couple weeks off of work, and I feel a lot more like myself now, and obviously like we're super sad about it, but like we're just really grateful for all the people that sent us things and gifts and groceries and food, and it just like really reinforces how special they were, not
Yeah.
just to us but like to everybody. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was heartbroken for them, because and then I see how Jaden was
Mm-hmm.
very much like sad for her, for Maria and her dad. And seeing my kid go through that, I think that's why I kind of like not forced myself to be around during
No,
that time,
yeah,
but I was like, okay, how can I make it better but not have them think
yeah,
about it too much where it's like it make
because I
because
couldn't.
naturally I feel like naturally as women we automatically go like it's my fault,
Yeah.
and it's very much like because I've read up on twins. I have family, actually twins run in my family as well. I have two older sisters that are twins, they're fraternal twins, and then I have cousins that are identical, and my mom was very much like she knew how to like kind of handle it. And when we had, because I had told her, like, oh, like they lost the baby. She's like, give her my love. I'm so sorry. She's like, just make sure, she doesn't blame herself. Like,
Yeah.
she literally knew exactly what I was like trying to do too. And then, like, and I wanted, even though I wanted to focus on Maria more, I did want Carlos to like know that I was also here.
Yeah.
Because I know, like when you lose babies and when you have miscarriages or stillborns, from my experience of what I've seen and what I've been told, like it always kind of make or breaks a relationship, And that's when we had the conversation on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm glad that you two are actually talking to each other about it, because I feel like that just makes you stronger in a way.
Yeah.
Because you guys are both,
we grieve together.
You guys grieve together. You know what I mean?
And it's hard because like our life is so busy with the kids.
Yeah.
Stuff, so like throughout the day it's like go 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 go, and then as soon as the kids would go to bed, like that's all we would do is just lay in bed and cry together. Like,
yeah.
That, I mean.
Yeah. I mean that's all
Yeah.
you really can do.
The kids were so good. Like Jaden, so I think she came the day after because my surgery was on Tuesday, so she came on Wednesday, and she just like kept checking in on me, like, are you okay, are you in pain, and which was really nice, and she's like, how are you, like, which was, I don't know, I know her and I know how like genuine that question was. And then like the boys, I know,
I'm sorry,
I know,
because she's so like, she's such an asshole sometimes.
Right, like it's like she
but
doesn't normally
like,
ask,
she's so good.
she's not, she's not normally like, how are you,
yeah.
like she's very much a 13-year-old in her own world right now, and so for her to like stop her what she's doing and walk down the stairs and check on me while I'm in the living room was like really nice. I was like, that was really nice. Like, I know you and you don't usually do that. No, I appreciate that.
That's what I'm talking about. Did she offer to make you a sofa? Because that's just like,
that's next level.
That's the next level. Because she's done that to me where I'm like,
you're like, oh,
okay, like all sad.
But and then Bo like has had this big language explosion lately, and so we have this little book that we read together. It's like Little Monkey or something. Anyways, it's about like the little monkey calming down because he's upset, and it's like, it's okay to cry, little monkey. Like, take a deep breath. It's okay to cry, little monkey. Blah blah. Okay, so I'm on the couch crying because I just was very much like, I'm not gonna hide my emotions from my kids. Like they need to know, like it's normal to let it out. I grew up in a household where like you went away to cry. You didn't cry in front of anybody.
Same here.
And I don't want that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
very much want it to feel normal in my house, so my kids know like they can be emotional human beings. It's normal. So I was crying on the couch, and Bo saw me and stopped playing and came up to me and said, "It's okay to cry, mommy," and then like gave me a hug, and I was like, a mess. And like then the baby noticed too, and so Marceliano comes over and just like laid his little head on me and did a pat, and then walked away. You know, like
I love
were
when he
just
does
so cute. Like they were very in tune with me.
Mhm.
And then this is weird. So the boys were at daycare when I went to get my surgery.
Oh yeah.
And the time was at like 2ish, and which I hated because I couldn't eat from midnight until after the surgery. I was so fucking hungry. But so
I
yeah. So I went in, whatever, and daycare told Carlos when they picked up, because wait, another shout out was daycare, because normally we do like early pickup, and they kept the boys like over full days, because I couldn't drive the rest of the week after the surgery. Excuse me. And so they like accommodated for us without charging us anything extra. Like they just
Thank
did
you,
that.
Yesenia and Maria.
Yeah, they just did that because they like love our boys, and they were so excited too for the pregnancy, and they just like the sweetest people. But
Yeah.
so at the time of my procedure, Marceliano was taking a nap, and he started crying in his sleep and whimpering while still sleeping. And he did it for 15 minutes, which was the exact length of the procedure. Like it's a quick one, you know? And they thought it was so weird. Like he never does that. And so when Carlos picked up, they were like, I don't know if he's ever done this, but like, and I don't know what time her procedure was, but they're like, it was so odd. We looked at our clocks, and from this time to this time, this is what he was doing. And Carlos was like, what the? And so he told me, and I was like, I believe it. Like, they're very in tune with me. And then because I shared about it on my Instagram, and someone was like, I bet it was his brothers going to say hi to him while he was sleeping, you know, and say goodbye. And I was like, I could not. My heart. So
you're like,
yeah, yeah, it was quite a process, but that's where we've been. Like, first, my pregnancies are always hard. My first trimester knocks me out. Like, I have zero energy. I'm sick. I'm not.
The day
available.
that she told me that they were pregnant, I literally looked at her in the kitchen. I was like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do not work at all if you're feeling like that. Don't fucking force yourself.
Yeah, because I do
all this shit.
Like
because I told her straight up,
like,
if we do not work on this page, I do not want you working on any other page.
Because I literally like, you know,
I don't.
I do my job, my full-time job, and then we do this, and then
having the boys,
the kids, and then I also do like social media.
Yeah, so I told her, fuck no.
So I still was doing my coaching clients because like they paid me for 3 months, you know. So like that's
y'all are lucky. Y'all are lucky.
But I did have to let some stuff go just because I didn't have the energy for it.
No,
but that was literally the first thing.
I've seen her pregnant twice.
I'm out.
I've been around when she goes through those like stressful, you know, little bubbles, and I'm like, stop doing it.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, it's okay. Like my first trimester, I'll just have to like deal with it.
Yeah.
But usually my second trimester, I get my energy back. And
I'm like,
hi world. I'm just like this second trimester. I'm just really grumpy. I'm like this, but grumpy. Yeah. Second and third trimester.
That's why I tell her, stop fucking doing it. So I'm like, save me and Carlos, stop it.
So yeah, June and July, that's where we were, and then August, you know, we're done with that. So it's so weird. It just feels like I don't know. It feels weird.
Yeah, it does feel
because it was already an adjustment to be like, holy shit, it's twins.
There's two.
And like Carlos and I literally like got home and just stared at each other for like 3 hours on the couch, like. And
I remember even telling them too. I was like, look, I know how twins are. Like I said, my mom prepped me for that shit years because they all thought I was gonna have the twins out of my whole family, and I was like,
same.
All right, cool. No. I'm so glad I didn't have twins though, because that would have been fucking horrible. But like, well, for my situation, that would have been fucking
co-parenting with twins would have been
hard. God, I would have probably killed Carlos.
Yeah.
But during that, I was like, okay, look. And I told her and Carlos, I'm gonna be real close. If you need me, just let me know, and I'm gonna help you guys out. Because how I see it, whatever affects
us,
whatever affects them, it's gonna affect Jaden.
Jaden, yes.
And then I'm gonna have to deal with Jaden on that end.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want her to feel is that she could just call me just to escape and not be here when it was her dad's time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? No, fuck it. I will sacrifice because when she's not with me, this is a different kind of story. I'm not a mom during that fucking week, okay? I'm just gonna let that out right now. Fuck no. No. I mean, lately I've been home because I'm saving up. But, like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go out. And I told her, I was like, look, the time comes to it and you guys need me, I'll be right there. Carlos, come and get me if you need to. Come and get me if you need to. Let me know that you need me, and I'll be right here so that way you and Jaden can go and have, like, your time and everything like that. Because Jaden felt very much like, well, my dad's having more kids, he's not going to love me anymore. Mm-hmm. During that time, which I never, told
I mean, it
Maria, but it was fucking obvious because she doesn't know how to hide it.
Yeah.
My kid does not know how to hide it.
Carlos and I very much knew
and I was like, and I told her, I'm like, did you not just hear your dad? Because the day that we did tell her that they were having twins, she didn't even want to, like, be around anybody or anything. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take her home with me today. Yeah. But you can pick her up tomorrow, okay? Yeah. And that's, like, her time to, like, be honest about a lot of things, even if it's ugly, at least with me, because I at least try to, like, tell her, like, no, this is what it is. Do not feel this way. And I even told her, I'm like,
Carlos even told her too, like, when we broke
you were literally the reason why I want more kids. And I was like, that's a fucking compliment. Like,
and then, like, we just let her know too, like, if you need one-on-one time, like, we're gonna plan it, and if you need more, like, let us know.
And I even told her, I'm like,
Carlos was doing that, like, every other week, he would take her out,
even if it was on my weekend, like, I told him, I was like,
so he was doing a good job, like, just trying to make sure she felt, like,
loved,
and like, she still had him, she's always gonna have him, like, I think that's what he just wants her to know, like, you're always gonna have me, like, whatever happens,
I think
I'm not going anywhere.
I think she kind of she, like, looks at it like she has all this time with me,
right? And then she comes here,
and then she comes here, and she has to share all that time.
Right? No one here gets one-on-one time.
No,
I'm jealous of her when she gets to go out with Carlos. I haven't been out with Carlos in months, So, like, no one here gets one-on-one time
except for that one day where I was supposed to go on the date.
Oh yeah, yep. And I was like, well, that worked out.
I was like, you guys are welcome.
Yeah, we got a date night. Oh, that was funny.
But it was more, and I even told her, I'm like, your dad literally, like, you're the reason why.
Yeah.
He wants more. I was like, so that's not something, bad or anything like that. Like, I explained it to her. I was like, that's why I had told Carlos and Maria, I was like, look, if you guys need me to come and, like, help you guys or help Maria with all of the boys, just so him and Jaden can have their one-on-one, because I feel like that's what he needs too.
Yeah.
It's totally. That is his only daughter and everything like 100%. That. So I'm like, okay, if you guys need me to, I'm willing to do it.
And he,
like, I'm really willing to do it.
He enjoys learning her, like, hearing.
She's a trip, dude.
Her, yeah.
She's a fucking.
And, like, her art, like, every time he sees her, he's just so proud of her. He really is.
Oh, it's
like,
getting better.
He's just so proud of her.
Did you see the one that I fucking
did.
I was like,
first of all, those pants are low, ma'am.
Yeah, okay? I was like, okay.
I see a little V going down. All right.
I looked. Okay, side note, really quick though. Okay, so side note. So Jaden is just very confused. She's 13, she's learning. So the day that we went school shopping, when everything was happening, it was a bipolar day for me, because I was really sad, but then I was like fucking excited because I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine again.
Oh yeah, I want to go see It Ends With Us with you.
Oh my god, yeah, we need to.
That's what I want to see.
We need to.
And I can cry more.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be right there, like,
there's endless tears that need to come.
Like, oh.
No,
I don't really cry during certain movies. I really, really don't. Depending on which ones, I can list it off.
You'll purposely not cry because I'm like,
no. If I'm feeling it, I'm gonna cry.
Sam's stubborn. Okay?
No,
I don't believe her. I don't believe you.
You're the Scorpio here. I'm not. You're stubborn.
I'm stubborn about certain things. Not that. I'm gonna let my tears out always.
I let my tears out. I'm a sensitive bitch sometimes. But okay, so that day we went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine, and before that though, I was telling her about this one scene in the movie.
Is that what she drew?
I don't know, but that made me think that.
Yeah.
And like, so when we actually went to go see it, and it's sorry, spoiler. I already told her. So it's the part where like Wolverine's like doing this, and his shirt just gets exploded off for some fucking reason.
He's all jacked,
and he's all. I mean, bro, oh my god.
I haven't seen it. I just know because they've told me the story.
Oh my god. When they showed it to her on my phone, she's like, damn. I was like, oh. Jen! She's like, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh my god.
Because you are her mother. And Sam cannot keep her mouth shut. If someone looks
I'm like, ooh.
Sexy in a movie, Sam, you're gonna know because Sam will tell you.
I literally there's no way I can hide it.
Damn, look at that. Ooh, and it doesn't matter. It's guy or girl, doesn't matter. You're gonna know that they're hot as shit because Sam's gonna tell you. Even though you're sitting watching the same movie, and you also have eyeballs. Okay, Sam's gonna tell you.
I let it be known I'm turned on. I'm like,
so Jaden, I'm sure.
I try to hide it.
This is very normal for Jaden. Okay.
I'm looking dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, so when we went to go actually see it, and we went in the theater where they moved the chairs. So when that part happened, she was like, and I'm like, I was like staring at her. I'm like, oh my god.
One time when I was watching,
we need to talk about what's appropriate to show me.
I think it was Captain America that had like the first one that came out.
Oh my
god,
when he's like,
saw it with my dad. So my dad loves Marvel movies. Same. That's where I get it from. And say a similar thing with Captain America. But I was raised in a house where like you don't do that.
Yeah.
You know? My mom would have been like so I thought I wasn't doing anything, but apparently I was because my dad looks at me and he goes, "Close your mouth, Maria," because I was like, Captain America,
and that's how she was with Deadpool Wolverine. So, because she'll tell me, she's like, I'm like, "Ooh, that guy fine," and she's like, I'm like, "Oh, Jaden." She's like, "What?"
You're just excited you have a buddy now, though.
Yeah, like
to check out.
I don't know if I like it though.
Like, is this appropriate?
I'm like, I don't like it though, really. When she does that, I'm like, ew, don't do that with me.
How does your mom feel?
But my mom, I do the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How does your mom feel?
But my mom, okay. The only one that me and my mom really, really, truly, no, besides her, that we really, truly agree on, because my mom is gay. Okay, big old lesbian. The only man we agree on completely, Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah.
That's no, I'm sorry. This man can do no wrong in my mother's eyes. She's like, she cried one time.
You want to know how deep this goes? So I was out in early June.
Oh my god!
At an event with my cousin, this like company event or whatever, and we left. Immediately after we leave, we get messages in the group chat that fucking Jason Momoa popped in because he was also down in the same. It was in Venice, Santa Monica area.
Yeah. And
I sent the screenshot to Sam, and I was like, "Bitch, he just showed up where I was at." And she was like, "Did you see him?" I said, "No." She goes, "Good,
good." Because I would have.
She's like, I would have hated you if you'd seen him.
I would have hated you.
I was like,
and
damn,
you know what?
That goes
for
deep.
reals, like because he's just oh my god,
that's
he's
hilarious.
Just beautiful. Like his hair is beautiful, and I don't really like long hair on any kind of man. Really, like if it's Brad Pitt, he could pull it off. Okay,
I liked him in
Brad Pitt can definitely pull it off. Jason Momoa, fuck yeah. So when she had, I'm like, I was like so angry. I was like, did this fucking bitch mean him? Like, I would have expected her to FaceTime me.
Yeah.
To, like, if she
and I
never,
was like, no, we just left, and
I was like, okay, good. I don't have to hate you. I literally told her, I was like, I'm glad because I don't have
if
to
I
hate
did FaceTime time, you'd just be like this.
I'd be like,
yeah.
Like, can you say my name?
So funny. But yeah. I don't know how we got on all that.
Very much like me.
Yeah, she is.
And it's just funny, but like her, just the way that she drew that.
I know, she's so good. It was so good.
It blew my mind because she loves art. She's very fucking big on it. And my thing was, and a lot of people used to give me shit about this, like, that's not a career, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If that's like her way of like
anything
letting it all out, like, hello.
Yeah.
I want her to do. And it's funny too, because like Carlos's sister, she's very artistic too. Mm-hmm. And when she was in school, she even can vouch for me and her brother on this. We were very much supportive of her on that. Anytime that she won an award, we were there. Art, we were there. Like, she actually used to like decorate, like create her own Valentine's Day cards. That's how she was able to get money in high school and everything like that. So for me, I'm like, I very much support on that. So for Jaden, I'm like, I get excited when she does shit like that. So when I seen that, I was like, oh my God. When I put what the fuck, I meant like how beautiful she did that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Jaden, okay, we need to stop. Because you're going to have my type, and I don't think I like that. Yeah. Because it never ended good, which is why I'm still single. Like, go with the guy's personality. Fuck his body. And even then, I'm like, nah, fuck all the people right now. They all suck ass. But
that's my opinion. Sam feels. That's how Sam really feels.
That's how I really feel. I don't know.
But yeah, that's where we've been. So, yeah, I think we'll be. Yeah, life was a trip. We'll probably be back with like one episode a week for now. I think that'll be doable for us. Sam's moving.
Yes,
and she got a place. She got an apartment.
I did. I finally got my apartment. Oh my God, which I gotta tell you guys about all that.
No, that's where we've been. We'll be back with like one episode a week, hopefully. Yes. I know you guys understand though. You always do. And we'll get some more reels put out for y'all, for our blended besties, and let us know if there's anything you want to hear us talk about. There were some suggestions that we can kind of touch on in our next episode.
Yeah. Some of you guys fucked it up though. I'm not talking about my dating life anymore.
Oh yeah,
you guys fucked that up.
Yeah. So until next time, you can DM us on Instagram or TikTok, or you can email us at theblendedmamas@gmail.com. Okay. Have a good one. Bye.